This video assumes that you've already seen the u4c video Learn and Use u4c in 3 minutes on the u4c website. For the HR and L&D world, how better to showcase u4c's training return on investment, ROI, and sheer performance impact of u4c TI at work than by taking 5 minutes to share the same 4-second TI that u4c members use to monitor and control their progress through the 3 months of their u4c members course. Direct, first-hand experience of extracting TI, targeted intelligence, from any business dataset or data spreadsheet in 4 seconds. So, start timing your 5 minutes from now. Here we have a u4c1 file with its dataset being the full u4c members course content, its tutorials, Excel resource files, reference files, and ongoing record of progress in the u4c database area to the left. The yellow line at the top right of your screen is the u4c Q-bar, ready to take any questions that you choose to ask of your data, and then show such answers in the u4c report area, as shaded here. For example, if we want to see the u4c members course content for month 1 on screen, we enter 1 on the u4c Q-bar, u4c the file, and in 4 seconds we have the 59 items that together make up the full content of month 1 of the u4c members course. But that is only information. Why do we need u4c? Well, the u4c members course is a 3 months course where members will need to intelligently plan, schedule and monitor their progress. Can u4c help with that? Certainly it can. Watch this. Here we see the u4c members course schedule on screen. As a 90-day course, we will need to schedule when we will work on the course over the next 90 days. u4c here adopts simple formulae to achieve such a task with minimum effort. Here's how. We will need to identify our planned starting date as day 1 and schedule our work program from there. This u4c1 file has been given a u4c day 0 cell R11, into which we enter the date for the day before the day we wish to start. In this example, this will be the 6th September 2020. We enter 6 September into cell R11, and u4c suggests a schedule for you to amend as you may wish, and the schedule will be automatically updated. For example, if we amend the day 2 in this instance to 6, we will see that the schedule is automatically updated with your choice. We'll put that back to 2. This works well, but is hardly significant at this stage, but becomes so as we complete the u4c members course control file as we work through the course. As we complete each u4c tutorial, we enter the date into the Date Tutorial Completed column O. For this, we will complete these dates as we proceed, so that the dates are eventually entered as here. The best way to illustrate u4c targeted intelligence is to conduct a simple question and answer session on the data that we have in the database area of this u4c enabled file. We can start by listing the content of month 1 in the u4c members course. We u4c the file, and there we have 36 tutorials, 59 elements in all, a total of 10 hours and 25 minutes to complete the course, suggested time 625 minutes. There are 171 pages of u4c tutorials and reference files in month 1. If we wish to see merely the tutorials, we type MT on the u4c Q-bar, u4c the file, and we find that for the 36 tutorials there are 116 pages of PDF tutorials in the u4c course in month 1. We need to know how we completed month 1. In the performance section of how we completed month 1, we can check, for example, how many papers did we feel that we had not completely mastered the content of that tutorial. We can check that by entering on the u4c Q-bar less than 100, and we see in these month 1 tutorials that we have 17 such papers, varying between 80%, 90%, and so on. This simply provides a list of tutorials that we should revisit to get the perfection that we seek in becoming u4c capable. u4c presents its targeted intelligence generally on row 11, its u4c maninfo line. On that line, we have the summary of the content of the report at that time. In this case, we see that there were 5 hours and 20 minutes allocated to the tutorials on display in this report at this point in time. We actually dedicated 6 hours and 32 minutes to that, bearing in mind that these are the tutorials that we had some difficulty with in month 1. For example, if we take the same information for month 2, that is, those tutorials that we felt we had not completely mastered to our own satisfaction, we enter 2 on the u4c Q bar, u4c the file, and there we have the report for such difficult tutorials, or tutorials we found difficult in month 2, and we find that on those 11 tutorials we spent 9 hours and 40 minutes compared to the standard time, u4c time, of 8 hours and 35 minutes. For month 3 we enter 3 u4c the file, and we get the equivalent report for month 3. If we take the whole report, the whole of the tutorials that we felt we had difficulty with, we simply empty the month number. In other words, we now get the record for the whole course. We u4c the file, and we find that we had 38 of such papers out of the original, how many? I don't know. How many were there? Easy. We remove the entry from the u4c Q bar, u4c the file, and there were originally 81 such tutorials. Of those 81, less than 100. Let's take those less than 100 there. We take it then, u4c the file, and we find that of the 81 files, 38 of them we had not difficulty with, but we were honest enough to recognize that we needed to go back to them to complete them. This is a control feature that's available from u4c control data. I'm sorry that took 6 minutes or so. Datasets and spreadsheets generally reach us as we find them. That is, their data content, sequence and presentation is often fixed at birth by the party creating or maintaining the file, and not necessarily prescribed or tunable by executives or users to rapidly service their needs to target intelligence specific to them from that data content for their work. But fixed dataset spreadsheets belong to the pre-u4c era. It's impossible for the original creator of any dataset spreadsheet to anticipate or accommodate a full spectrum of questions that may be asked of that data by its users, either now or in the future. So u4c makes it not only possible, but easy to achieve this. Well, like anything else, it is easy when you know how, and have proper training and equipment. This is why copywritten u4c WAND files have the built-in, automated and controlled means to safely add, subtract, or move, that is, relocate at will, any data columns within any u4c-enabled file. Members cover these capabilities in the maintenance tutorials in month 3 of their u4c members course. As with any professional skill, it would be foolhardy, dangerous and potentially costly to both reputations and to budgets to attempt this professional skill without proper training or proper equipment. This explains why the u4c members course is a comprehensive and rigorous 3 months training course, and why u4c members who complete the course can qualify for 45 hours of accredited CPD for their own CPD record, because the u4c members course is already fully accredited by CPDSO, the Continuing Professional Development Standards Office in London that is recognised as the gold standard accreditation for business training in the UK. Take time for you or your people to see the videos on the u4c website and form a judgment on the merits and value of u4c to your organisation and to your people.